It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday night primetime.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now he can exhale. His season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Jackson, option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now 3-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to 3-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A little do-it-yourself run right there. And a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Throwing is Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Hardman on the return. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 53 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Hollywood with the first down grab. And that's something they like to see in the offense. But what they really want to see is explosion. Ever since he's entered the league, he's been a long ball receiver. And the Chiefs hope that trend continues as they try to win their 3rd straight Lombardi Trophy come February. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes says, go long, Hollywood. I'll find you.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Jackson from the shotgun. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Yellow. My side.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
In motion, Aguilar. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jackson now. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball.
And this is caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Mahomes going to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Second and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson.
That is caught.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggle. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hello.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That one caught by Rice.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because here's at least on this drive.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 22-21. A little under 2.5 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 70 yards. And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hey, Alfred, what?
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And out come the Chiefs now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Wait.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes. Quick slant to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook it's still open for the coordinator.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Henry. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Ravens, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days.